There's no doubting Netflix's Wednesday has become one of the most popular modern iterations of the creepy and kooky Addams Family franchise. The titular main character has been absolutely everywhere since the Netflix reboot aired on the 23rd of November this year, proving the absolute lust for a mainstream goth icon has been simmering away in the seedy underbelly of the digital ecosystem for years. As such, Jenna Ortega has become the perfect representation of the much-celebrated outcast goth girl, although perhaps the show just goes to a little bit of an extreme length to point out how weird she is. Director Tim Burton's productions are famous for doing this, especially when including the outcast goth character over and over again, notably Natalie Portman in Mars Attacks, and Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice filling a similar role as Jenna Ortega in Wednesday.
Live people ignore the strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual.
That being said, the Addams Family has long been one of the best representations of how people relate to outsiders, having started as a comic strip in 1938 thanks to cartoonist Charles Addams, who sought to satirize what was considered normal at that time. This fact has long tracked especially well with adults and teenagers alike, especially when we live in a world wherein fitting in is rarely felt by normal people, despite outward appearances. This is likely why Wednesday Addams has become a classic character, made particularly popular by the 90s Addams Family movies in which the deadpan portrayal of the young girl was solidified by Christina Ricci. Since then, Jenna Ortega has managed to emulate that style perfectly, bringing back a goth icon to the cultural stylings of mainstream media. Her dance scene has become a thing in its own right, blowing up in mainstream areas as quickly as the JoJo torture dance in anime circles. As mentioned prior, given the insane levels of attention the goth stereotype has received over the past few years, this is hardly surprising. This is interesting given the fact that the goth subculture used to be considered a freaky and weird thing to be into. In fact, a lot of offline goth content is often ridiculed online, but pop culture icons seem to deviate from that treatment. It could be argued this simply has a lot to do with execution in terms of style, as the show has some pretty decent cinematic techniques thanks to Tim Burton, making Wednesday look effortlessly cool. In short, we're at a stage where a traditionally ostracized subculture has been thrust into the spotlight, and the ravenous demand for it shows one thing: the fact that everyone, even the people who probably bullied goths in high school, can relate to media about being an outcast. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else.